I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yes or no? Did you ever take banned substances to enhance your cycling performance?
Yes.
I had no prior knowledge of the planned assault on Nancy Kerrigan.
I am deeply sorry for my irresponsible and selfish behavior I engaged in.
Summer is here. If you didn't work out, it's too late. So just give up. That's something someone negative would say to you. But we don't say things like that on Oops the Podcast, where the first two letters in podcast, delete the other ones and replace it with Isable, because anything is possible here on Oops the Podcast. My name is Ryan Lynch. I have had the pleasure to be sitting in a room with Giulio. He is wearing some really nice Hoka sandals. That's important to me, and I'm just happy to be in the room with this guy.
Dude, love it. Give it up for Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. Clap, clap, clap.
Guys, stop
back.
it. Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Welcome back to the show. We're doing it. We're doing it up. We're doing it big. Here we are. We are approaching the summer, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good stuff.
With the workout thing, I have to say, this has never happened before, but I'm laying in bed last night, and I was craving gummy bears. And I don't really have a sweet tooth, but something since the wedding has really activated something.
Did you eat gummy bears at the wedding? There were some.
There were some gummy bears in goodie bags, and we were gifted large resealable bags of the Haribo gummy bears, the best of the brands.
You had some?
And I got out of bed to eat gummy bears last night. Victoria was fast asleep. She was in a comfortable position. I knew that me moving would probably wake her. And I don't act on urges like that with food. I'm usually pretty good about it. But the idea of those gummy bears late last night, something changed, and I'm a little nervous about how quick I was to assess the situation and then commit to getting out of bed in pitch dark in the kitchen, eating a handful of gummy bears.
Well, it's one of those things, man, where it's like, it's not possible till you do it. And then it's possible, which is a problem. But
Yeah.
Look, in theory, isolated incident, not a big deal. But I'm curious what sparked this gummy bear tooth. Because what happens to me is if I eat something like that once, I will theoretically crave it for a while until I don't have it for an extended period of time, at which point I forget about it. And I don't forget about it, but I no longer crave it. So it's even the same thing. I haven't really been eating meat. I've been eating fish, but I haven't eaten steak or chicken, pork, any of that for a couple months. Mm-hmm. And it's no longer even something that I eat. So we were at a wedding, right? And there was all these amazing hors d'oeuvres, which we ate most of, but there was a pork bun. And I was just oh no, I'm good. Because it's just not a thing I eat right now. Mm-hmm. So any really good food, I always wonder, it's is it actually good or is it just because I've been eating it? I don't even know. If you don't eat any of that kind of shit for a while, suddenly raw lettuce starts tasting amazing.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, when you were gifted these bags of gummy bears, did you eat one for the first time in a while and thus that's what's created this?
I think so. I think around the wedding weekend.
Yeah.
Because in our snack drawer, which is very tiny, we don't keep a lot of snacks, there's 2 regular size bags of Haribo gummy bears that have accumulated over the course of most likely the better half of a year. And it is my favorite candy. I don't touch them. It just doesn't get touched ever. Victoria doesn't even touch them.
I too love gummies, man.
And they've been at the bottom of the drawer, and they've never teased me or taunted me or tantalized me into opening them.
Till now.
Until I had a tiny little one at the wedding. And so those are at the bottom of the drawer, and we got this massive vacuum sealed size Costco brand shipped from AliExpress.com size Haribo gummy bear bag. And I just get out of bed and I just ate a handful, probably a year's worth of gummy bear every year prior to now. And I think it all comes down to getting back into sugar. And I think I have to blame you.
How's it my fault?
For introducing Red Bull into my life, Giulio.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Like a crackhead kid, I show up to your door, I think 3 weeks in a row now. You think I'm being nice to get you Red Bull, to get it for you? It's really just an excuse for me to get myself a can. When I'm right around the corner from Giulio's, I text him by the bodega. I'm like, would you like a Red Bull? Should I be really nice and get you a Red Bull today? Deep down, I'm really saying, can I please get a Red Bull? And it's okay because you'll have one too. And so
I hate to see it, Lynch. You really hate to see it.
I'm not expecting an apology. I'm not asking for an apology.
Nor will you
But
get
since
one.
you asked where the source is, I think it's staring right at me.
Yep,
I
Gallerati.
think it's staring right at me.
Bad man Gallerati.
It has been bad, dude. Bad to the bone.
I'm so sorry, bro. I've completely ruined your life. And you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's what I'll tell the doctor. It is what it is.
Your sugar is really high, Lynch. Damn, bro. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Well, whatever.
It's okay. Whatever.
Whatever. Good
Whatever.
luck. And also, bro, there's always like a post-wedding letdown because leading into it, you're like on your game because you don't want to like look like a fucking schlub.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did not necessarily go too hard with that, but like I was definitely aware of it, especially like right up before it. Now, at that point, there's not much you can really do, but you were sort of like on your game. So naturally, when you go that hard, you need to sort of like have a reset. So don't be too bummed about yourself about it.
No, I'm not really.
Eat some gummy
I'm not
bears.
bummed. I'm just like, oh right, I didn't know you had this in you. Like this is what, like it's not gonna be a problem. But I was like, this
We'll see.
is
It might
how so many people fall into that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be nice and not say words.
Yeah. Hey.
But I can see now. I can see now. It's addicting.
Yeah.
It's addicting.
Sugar is addicting.
So now I kind of get it, Times Square. I kind of get it, Times Square. I see you.
Story. What up?
I understand you.
Fuck, dude. It's tough, bro. It's
Yeah.
tough.
It's tough. But yeah, that's I don't know. Everything else is pretty great. So, but
good.
that's just something worty of noting. So
It is.
thank you, Giulio.
Dude, hey, look, it happens. I'm trying to overcome some of my shortcomings. I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. I'm going to get a cleaning, but also the reason that I'm going is because I noticed I had a very minor chip in one of my teeth. And I was like, that's annoying. And it was minor enough where I was like, all right, maybe it'll just sort of like smoothen itself out and it won't be a problem. Because it wasn't like the tooth felt completely intact. And I flossed and the floss kind of got caught. And I was like, oh, that's annoying, but whatever. And then I was like feeling it with my tongue and it felt normal. I went to floss the other day and a piece of my tooth came out when I flossed, which was a absolutely horrifying moment. So now I have to go to the dentist because at this point, but still no sensitivity in the tooth still, but I'm just like, this sucks. Like it's probably going to be a multi-visit situation.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Is it a visible tooth?
No, it's in the back and it's like the bottom of it. But I can feel like, you know how it's like normally a flat surface? Like I feel like a open, sharp area. I'm like, so I gotta go to the dentist. But anyway, I'm trying my best to just be like tapping into my Buddhist principles. You know, pain is temporary. It's all good. Just do what you gotta do. Don't worry about it. So I'm gonna go. It'll suck for a second, then it'll be over and it'll be fine. So that's that.
Okay.
You know, what else are you gonna do, Lynch?
What else are you gonna do?
What else are you gonna fucking do?
How was your birthday?
My birthday was great. Thanks for asking. I went to a reggaeton concert. The guy's name is Davey. It's DEI space V. One of my favorite guys. It was at Irving Plaza, which is like small-ish venue to see a concert, which is cool. It was packed, sold out. And two fun things. First of all, my newly found TikTok stardom. People were asking me for photos and shit at the concert, specifically from my TikTok shit, which is hilarious. I'll show you a video. Hillary took a video of it. That's when you know you're not actually famous, when people take videos of other people recognizing you. This is pretty funny. All right.
Great dap, great finish. 10 out of 10 on both.
Love it all.
And great job on Hill Dog recording that moment.
Yeah, got a couple. Then that was not the only incident either. There was a couple of them, which was fun. And it's funny, the concert was like not as lit as it could have been because every single person was recording. And I've noticed this trend on TikTok too, now that I'm like tapped into the Latin TikTok verse. Like footage from concerts will go viral sometimes. So if somebody gets like a really good shot, it might make their page pop off, which I think like incentivizes everybody to do it more. And the artists probably don't care either because it's good that everybody's filming their concert, which makes other people want to go to the concert potentially. I don't know. Like obviously, I think if you film the whole concert, they get mad, which some people will try to do, and they'll get it flagged and taken down. Because there was this like great recording of a Bad Bunny show that's like no longer on the internet. But yeah, man, it was crazy how like not lit it was. So that was one noticeable thing. And the second thing is like there were so many underage people at the show that there was no line for the bar. You could get a drink so easily. So that was nice. And it was still a great show. Had a great time, but it was crazy the way that like in an extremely lit moment, people would sing along, but they were like pretty static because everybody was on their phone. Probably have a video of that too.
Yeah.
It was like shocking.
That's a shame.
It's a shame, but like,
Yeah.
I'm going to show you.
Notice that some of the house music sets that I've seen recently, there's less phone because I think people go into that seeing people that are not as discovered, not as well known. So they're just there for the music and the vibes.
Interesting.
And so it's easier to keep the phone away. But yeah, I mean, your
Everybody
view of the artist is obstructed by iPhone cameras.
That too. And yeah, it was like a little bit of a bummer that people were just so on the phone.
And this too, dude, the selfie.
Yeah,
Like look
funny.
at me at the concert. I get it. That's cool. You want to flex.
It's
they're
almost
young,
better.
they're underage.
It's almost better than, to me, than the fucking, I'm going to send you this. It's almost better than the fucking filming.
Just send it. I'll put it in the YouTube version. Check out our YouTube channel. We got one.
Because you can only do that really. It's only first, you do the video, you sing along, whatever, and then back to the show, hopefully. But no, everybody's filming. So whatever. But that was super fun. We went to a wedding the following day, which is in Westchester. It was super nice. I think Westchester. Sloatsburg. Where's Sloatsburg?
Sloatsburg, more like Throatsburg.
That was cool. And yeah, man. So solid weekend. Memorial Day is always fun. I try personally to like be on Hill Dog's holiday schedule. So if she has Monday off, I typically don't work during the day, doing whatever it is I normally do, whether it be editing or like shit that I would do during the day. And I even try not to book spots that night. So that was nice to have an additional day together, watch the Knicks game, blah, blah, blah. All nice shit, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
That's beautiful, dude.
do you do anything for the holiday weekend?
Vic and I intended on having a pretty chill weekend. And then it just turned into social time, which is a good problem to have. It's fun to fall into a weekend. It makes it more fun. There's less anticipation and, nothing's forced. So Friday, did Black Cat for Danny's show.
Excellent.
Did a set there and then met up with,
How was that?
It was good. It was good. Then I saw Hannah. And then I saw a couple friends up in Midtown to go watch the Knicks lose Game 3. And we went to a bar called Rudy's, and they give out free hot dogs with every beer.
Oh, nice.
I think I had 7 hot dogs
Are you
this
serious?
weekend. Yeah.
Just that night?
No, 4 that night. three the next day.
What's a normal amount of hot dogs to have?
I think 2. Let's say 2.
That's like a normal portion of a meal.
yeah.
You have hot dogs and a drink, and that's a meal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that was that. My stomach's really bothering me. A lot of hot dogs this weekend. So that was nice. And then, oh, dude, this is funny. This is worth talking about. So I went to 7th Street Burger in Williamsburg after with Clint and Vic's cousin Rocky. And then we walk home after. While we're waiting for our burgers, this drunk guy comes up to me and he has his phone and there's text messages between him and some girl. That's the context I get as he's coming over and he's like, dude, what do I say her? What do I say her? And it was her saying, I'm at Delancey. And so he was like, he came up to me. He's like, hey, like, where's Delancey? Like, how do I get to Delancey? Like, I need to meet her. I don't want to text her. And I told him, I said, okay, well, Delancey is a subway stop and also a street. You're going to need a little more information than that. And he was like, I know, but like, I need to like, I don't want her to like, I don't want to follow up. I just want to like be there. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it on
The
Delancey?
Delancey, and it's on Delancey,
Okay.
yes.
Well, I was like, you got to go there.
Yeah.
You got to go there
Great.
and figure it out.
That's
And
exactly
he
what you should've said.
he was blackout drunk. And I told him, please go away because his breath stank, dude. It stank.
Did you be able to smell it out? Were you outdoors when this happened? or
Inside.
in 7th Street.
I literally, and he didn't spit, but I think I'd rather him spit on the collar of my polo than smell what I smelt. It was rancid. And then I saw him go and bother 2 other people, and they both did like a. You're in bad shape if someone's doing this to you.
That's bad.
So that was that.
Not good.
That was that. And then Saturday, my good friend JoJo had people over. He had a nice patio in his new apartment, and we barbecued, played some beer die. And then on Monday, I played golf with Peter for his birthday. I went out to New Jersey, played a round of golf, had a fantastic time.
Hell yeah.
It was a fantastic weekend.
Beautiful weekend. Hope that guy made it where he needed to go. Chances are he probably had to ask a couple more people as he was along the route.
I hope he did not see who he wanted to see. Not because I don't want him to catch a piece or have a platonic
Smell too bad.
sleepover, but for whoever that was to be who he wanted to see. Oh no, sweetie. I'm so sorry. Stinky.
He probably had asked multiple people before he found you as well.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. Really stinky.
Gross, dude.
If I have bad breath, I'll stop talking.
Yeah.
Or I'll leave.
Yeah, and I guess part of the whole thing about bad breath is you might not know it, but you should know like which circumstances might lead you to have it. And his should have been clear, but he was too incoherent to know much.
Yeah.
So that's tough.
If I'm ever with you and I got bad breath, please tell me.
I will.
I won't be upset.
I've never noticed. But,
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good.
Thanks.
How's that going for you? Well, dude, what do you think about this? I went to a party during the week. It was lovely. Had a good time. There was somebody there who's an old friend of mine. And at some point, I got mad at this person at a party or something. And like an old friend, but like we kind of only see each other this type of thing. We're not like planning to hang out regularly, but like known each other a really long time, like whatever. At some point during that bickering match, I got annoyed at this person and unfollowed them. And I've never refollowed them. And at this point, I feel bad that I don't follow them. So like, I don't know what to do. You
unfollowed them recently?
No.
Or you unfolled them since the last
I probably
bicker?
unfollowed them 6 years ago.
Okay.
But I've known this person since 2010. So, 6 years ago, I unfollowed them. They're like private account. They're not posting all the time. They'll probably never notice. I would like to refollow them, but it feels like it would be weird at this point. So I don't know what to do. In my mind, I've envisioned something where I'm like, let me show you real quick. And like I take their phone, follow them, and then like delete the notification that I followed them after I accept it, which all seems really difficult.
That's a lot of swiping, a lot of different movements with the finger.
A lot of doing. That's like it's going to take over a minute.
Yeah, that's like a 7 tap at
having
least.
someone else's phone for a minute is just like weird. Mm-hmm. So I just kind of don't know what to do.
Well, we could think about reasons for you to have someone else's phone for 60 seconds. I think you could do it in 30.
Is there, okay, the first, I have a pre-question before we go into this. Is there a world where I could do it some other way? Do I just do it and not say anything? And then act like and then like if it comes up, I'll be like, oh yeah, I clicked it by accident. Because that happens sometimes. Someone will follow me and I'm like, oh, that person obviously follows me and like they must have accidentally clicked off. Mm-hmm. Or, oh, I deleted my account for a second and reactivated it. I just don't know.
No, I wouldn't believe that. I think you're safe to just go back and follow.
You think I should just do it?
I think you're safe just to follow. But let's weigh everything else out because obviously if you would have done that if you thought it was the best choice. Here's one of those things where it's either like you say too much and then it becomes a thing, or you treat it like it's nothing. And if it becomes a thing, that's on them.
Right. Like I'm not forthcoming. If I go to follow back, I'm not forthcoming with any info. I may not see this person for 6 months, but it's a person who I'd like to interact with on an Instagram level. Mm-hmm. Like there's things, if I see it, like their story, see what they're up to. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So is taking the phone, like I said, might not see them for 6 months. And this is a person who's pretty so they're not like a big social media person. So there's a chance that the follow, unfollow, refollow thing might not compute. And if I'm messing with the phone, I don't think they'd ever think he's pulling some weird shit on my social media.
Yeah.
Not a social media person.
Yeah, I would go ahead and just give the follow and just assume. I would make assumptions here and just assume it's not a big deal. If he's not a big social media guy, it's safe to assume that it'll go over his head or he won't even think twice about it.
Private account.
Yeah.
So they do have to accept
he will see it. But who knows? It might take a week. You might not check often. Does he engage with your content? Or she?
Not much. Not much.
Okay.
I don't think they're that active of a user.
Yeah. I would toss him or her a follow.
Okay.
Because think about just the risk of so many external factors that can come into play if you're doing the Mission Impossible, trying to follow while holding his phone. There's a mirror behind you and you don't notice. Someone's like, "Whoa!" Mm-hmm. Then it becomes this whole Well,
why are you?
You bothered me 6 years ago, and then it sounds borderline Jason Bateman-y.
Yeah, there is a world where
Joe Goldberg-y.
I theoretically, yeah, I'd prefer not to say too much, to your point, especially to this person. They're like a person who would like not let me off the hook. They just kind of be like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And it would be bad.
Yeah. And then them saying it's fine, there's some unspoken, this is not fine because you're being weird about it.
Dude, totally.
You going to do it?
Maybe. I'm looking right now. I actually can't find them now.
Oh, he blocked Giulio.
Possible.
Oh.
Whoa.
Giulio's
crazy.
out here playing checkers. Oh,
Yeah.
I hope that's not the case. I don't want that to happen
This
to you. while we're
person might
recording.
not have it. No, they definitely didn't block me. They just might not have it. Not on Instagram.
Okay.
Off the hook.
It's crazy how things like this take up so much space in our brains.
I know, dude.
It's not. I'm not saying it in a bad way. It's just like that's just how it be these days. That's just how it be these days. Getting caught up on something like that.
Fucking A. It's just how it be.
You're good.
Yeah, I guess
You're
I'm
good.
good.
You're
I'm
good. I would love to know why. He felt the
same.
need. He's not an active user. No, you're good.
Oh, fuck. I'm like, is this possible? It's so bizarre, bro. Where is the... I guess not. All right. Whatever. Moving on.
Move on.
All right. So I guess that one solved itself.
Yeah.
Time heals all, Lynch.
That video that you showed me of Hill Dog recording you dapping up
Yeah.
those two people. How much money would you need to no caption hard post that video on your Instagram?
Oof. Jesus.
I don't know why that's what came into my head when I saw the video.
Does it have to stay up? Dude, I'm thinking right
30
now.
days.
30 days? Fuck.
Given all the marketing that you use Instagram for, it is a business tactic tool for you, and it is the Giulio Gallerati brand.
I don't think 1,000 gets it done. 2,500? Oh, it would hurt, but
Hard post,
I would,
no cap.
I'd do it for... I would probably do it for 2,500, but I would hate it. I would happily do it for 10.
Mm-hmm.
5, I'd still feel really terrible about.
Cool. I was just curious what your number was.
So the good thing about the no cap situation is that probably like less people will probably see it than average. It actually might be worse to put a caption. It might make it more uncomfortable. Like fan love.
Or do this life, and it's like some meme where you're like the monkey covering your eyes and then like that laughing with the stars as your eyes. This life.
No.
You were such a man, like a adult professional man, that I was just curious what your price would be for that.
The guys were like, yo, let's flick up.
Flick up?
Like take a pic, take a flick up. I was like, that's hard. Dude, that's real. What about you?
Post your video on my Instagram account?
No, like that's one of them.
That way, I'd probably have to double the fee. I'd do it for $5,000.
That's still bad.
Happily.
You're like, look at Giulio.
That's the caption. Look at Giulio.
All right. What if like a comparable video of you?
I think I would do it for less.
Do you prefer that over posting me? Would you rather post you doing it than me? I'd rather post you doing it than me.
If it was me, it's tough for me to be like, okay, well, what kind of video would I do where I'm going to do that? If it's that video, except
but
you
it's you.
superimpose, remove you and add me into it, I'd probably do it for $2,000. I'd be happy to do it for $2,000. Anything else, I'd be elated.
Yeah.
It's got to stay up for 30 days.
It's so brutal. So, and if anyone asks you about it, you can tell them. But otherwise, you can't. And you can't post on your story being like, I got paid to do this. You cannot be forthcoming with, I got paid to post this anywhere.
If you're confused about my last post, listen to Oops the Podcast, episode 624.
No, dude. No.
Oh my God, you post that, and then that one guy comments, why'd you unfollow me?
Oh my God.
And that's the only comment.
Oh my God.
And it only get one view. It's just him. I don't know. I was just thinking about that, and I had to ask
So
you.
cringe. All my boys sharing it with each other, being like, yo, is he good?
You okay, man? Intervention?
Dude, did I tell you about the Stephen Che thing? Did I tell you this about Barstool?
Maybe a little off camera. I forget. It's worthy of note. Well, I don't know if it is or not.
Okay, so basically, I was at Barstool, and there was like an advertising convention. Did I talk about this already?
No, I didn't hear any of
Dude,
this.
this is so funny. Okay, so this is on that episode of The Yak too, if you guys feel like watching it, 'cause it's so fucking funny. It was a Thursday episode. It must have been the July 15th, or sorry, May 15th or 16th. Let me check. Yeah, it was May 15th episode of The Yak. So basically there's this like big advertising convention at Barstool for like all their partners and like the reps, the ad reps, like all those people in that world, right? Very buttoned up, like name tags, small talk, coffee stations, all day long, different speakers and a panel and that kind of stuff. And very, very corporate. Probably at least 200 people in the room. And Big Cat decides, he's like, Stephen Che, you're going to go up and do stand-up in the middle of this. He's one of the producers of The Yak. Doesn't do stand-up at all. One time he did stand-up like as a joke, and he had this bit about little Skittles. It was like his bit. And he had another bit about Tic Tacs, I guess, but like not a stand-up. And Big Cat's like, I'm going to announce you as not even that you're doing stand-up. I'm just going to say that like you used to work in advertising so you can like relate and you're going to do stand-up. And he goes, okay. Dude, he goes up and does stand-up. And it is like probably the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Really?
Like, it is so awkward. Like 200 people, bro. He's up there doing stand-up, like eating it. Dude, it was I want to show you.
How long did he go up there for?
3-4 minutes. Dude, it was absolutely brutal. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I'm going to show you right now.
And I'm assuming
Pause,
nobody
obviously.
was in on it, right?
Nobody was in on it. Dude, it was absolutely crazy. It was so fucking funny. I was just blown away at his willingness to be terrible. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Bless his heart.
That's something that
Bless his heart. Truly.
that pays down the line.
Dude.
Risk taking like that.
Insanity.
Jesus.
True insanity, bro. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what the moral of the story is. Like sometimes I have a couple sort of like tough gigs coming up where like in situations like this,
You
but
have the high schoolers.
well, I have to do that, which I've gotten that gig. I'm doing it for like less time than I originally had expected to be doing it for. But I'm doing both of these gigs in the same night. So I'm doing like a corporate and then I'm doing the high schoolers. And it's just going to be like back to back, potentially tough. But whatever. The high school kids is only 25 minutes and the corporate one's an hour, but like pays well. So I don't care. There is like a level of money where it no longer matters that it's not the ideal gig. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I think is why gigs like that pay well. Because it's like no one will do it if they don't. So whatever. I don't know. Moral of the story.
Can I ask for some help?
Yeah, sure. Please. That's what we do here.
So our improv show has done 2 shows so far. My wedding was for the second one, so I only got to do the first one.
Okay.
And we have these shirts, these custom shirts that we got. I got a size large. I wore it on the first show. I had it in my closet. And I was reached out to saying, hey, can we borrow your shirt for the second show? Because the person filling in, we need an extra shirt. You're not going to be there. Are you willing to give your shirt? And I said, sure.
You said shirt.
I said, sure. And I haven't got my shirt back. And you need a shirt to perform.
Oh, this is not tough. What have you done anything yet?
No.
So just ask the person who asked you originally to get it back.
Okay.
Be like, yo, you think whoever you gave the shirt to like has it still? I just obviously want to wash it before the show. How soon is the show?
An assumptive. It's the end of the month.
Yeah, be like,
I haven't seen anyone since.
Be like, yo, I just want to like make sure I have time to like wash it and stuff. If he didn't already.
Cool. I don't think it's that big a deal. It's just something I'm a little insecure about.
I think it's fine.
really want to get my shirt back. I want to be a part of the team.
I mean, bro, like you have to do it when you do the show, right? So if they don't already do it, which I bet they will, knowing some of the guys who are involved, they're like on top of shit, you'll be fine. But you just maybe mention like, yo, like, do you know the person who has it?
No.
Oh, great. Even better, bro. Yeah, just ask the person who asked you and you'll get it back.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll come back washed.
Okay.
If they don't give it back to you washed, they're an animal.
Yeah. It's not that big a deal. It's just one of those, like in my house, like, oh, this is like a Larry David
No,
Curb
I get it.
Enthusiasm moment. Show up to
No.
practice, and I'm just like, so, and everyone's like, the guy Brian's wearing my shirt, and they're like, yep, we're all good. So, everyone that has a shirt doing the show,
That's totally.
and anyone else, we'll see you guys at the big group practice next week. And I just want, like, I want to be told I'm not doing the next show.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, you're one of your OG guys, right?
I am an OG. That's why I need my shirt back.
In worst case scenario, if they add this extra guy, then they just need another shirt.
But he gets another shirt.
You get it.
I want my shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
I want my shirt.
Interesting.
That's important.
You don't want a fresh one?
No, I want my shirt. I want my
But
shirt.
this can be your shirt too. And this one maybe will have shrank when he washes it. Like,
it is a perfect shirt. The person in charge of getting the shirts is great at apparel.
yes.
He kicked it out of the park. I want that shirt back. It fits me nice. Okay. And after I washed it, it fit even nicer.
Okay.
That shirt's mine. And the guy who borrowed my shirt is a little bit bigger than me. So I don't know if it loosened it up.
He might have stretched it.
And that's fine. I don't care if it comes back ripped apart into shreds. That shirt is mine, and I just really want it back, and I hope it doesn't stink.
Better not.
He's a good-looking dude, so I feel like...
Will you get the ick if it stinks?
Yes.
You've been pre-washing it?
Yeah, but I can get it out. I've ordered stuff off of eBay recently, and I'm able to get that smell out. I've been ordering a lot of vintage polos, because Vic and I are watching The Sopranos right now. That's kind of our comfort show.
Nice.
It's crazy how that became a comfort show.
Great show.
Vic and I both had tummy aches, and we just threw on a random episode, and they in the end of season 1, they shoot up on the road some guy that's jogging on the street, and Vic and I were just like, oh, like it was just so peaceful. But anyway, I want to look like Tony Soprano now that I'm a made man, and the shirts smell a little old. So I get that wash out, or I get that stank out. Okay. So I think I can get this guy's stank out, but I just need to get the shirt in order to have the opportunity to remove the stank.
Will you smell it to make sure to check, or will you be able to tell if it's washed?
I have no doubt. It would be insane to return. It would be insane to return a shirt that was borrowed, unwashed after performing in it.
Agreed, but it's possible. Will you make Vic smell it?
I won't make her smell it. I'll stick my nose right in the armpit. And if there's an ounce of stank, I will just use OxyClean and everything we got.
You might want to just wash it without smelling it.
That bothers you?
Me, yeah. If it doesn't bother you, fine.
No, I know that.
But you could also smell the chest. You'll be able to tell whether or not it was washed by smelling the chest.
You think the chest gives off a less pungent odor than
100%.
what comes from underneath the pit?
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's sweating that shirt.
Yeah, I sweat in it when I was performing. And this guy's bigger than me.
He's this big sweaty boy.
And he's strong.
He's strong and sweaty.
If I was.
You might.
And if I was, I might. He's really hot. Nice. And he's an actor.
Well, okay. So
he's wearing my shirt.
So maybe he's groomed. Is he hairy?
No, he's pretty buttoned up.
Okay.
He's pretty buttoned up.
This is good then. It's sounding...
I would love... Actually, would it be overstepping if he sprayed a little bit of his cologne onto my shirt? Because then that really, that pisses...
It just means...
That's like a dog pissing on its territory, and it's like, nope, well, you can have your shirt back, but just know I wore it.
It still smells like him, which means he didn't wash it. So the answer is that's bad. That's a bad outcome if it smells like cologne. It should smell like fresh laundry. It should smell like a teddy bear who talks.
Teddy bear who talks?
Like from the commercial.
And doesn't have genitals?
May or may not.
Okay. Yep, that's been on my mind. I really hope I get my shirt back. I'll have an opportunity tomorrow.
Get your goddamn shirt back. For fuck's sake. Give Lynch his shirt. For crying out loud. The guy's shirt.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, we had friends over this weekend, and we were going to take them to do stuff. So we're like, all right, we'll get Chrissy's pizza as an appetizer. It'll be fun. You guys get here. It'll be a fresh pie. And then we'll go to dinner a couple hours later, and it'll be fun. So this pizza's light for 4 people. It's in no way a dinner inhibitor. I would say if you know, you'll have 2 slices, it's like the equivalent of having 1 slice. And if you're having a big day, 2 hours later, you can fully eat dinner. So we did that, and then we went to go have an early dinner. So we were going to go to this place, Bernie's. And, it's a very popular place. They had heard of it. We'll go to Bernie's. We sort of know how to do it. We, you go early, put your name in, and then blah, blah, blah. So it was Sunday, and it was Memorial Day weekend. So I'm like, people will probably be out of town. I think maybe this neighborhood is more of a stay-in-town neighborhood or something, because it was lit. The park was full. Bernie's, crazy wait. It was a 3-hour wait. So it was we put our name in at 4:15. They're we'll have something in 3 hours. And we were and we've gone there a bunch. So it's by far the longest we've ever heard. Mm-hmm. So now it just looks like we don't know what we're doing in our own neighborhood, which is sort of a bad look.
Yeah, a lot of this.
And we sort of have, we start like figuring out where to go. It's just like, I don't think they cared. And then we're like, oh, we'll go to this other place. But this other place was also a no reservation place. And it opened at 5. At this point, it's like 4:35 or 4:40, and a line has begun at this place. But Hill Dog and I both realized, like, all right, if we're able to get in this line, we'll be good. But then we still have to sit in line for 20 minutes, which is like kind of Piker-ish, but this place doesn't take reservations. So like we get in the line, it's like ultimately fine, but like
You hate lines.
it's just like not, it just like seems like we don't know what we're doing in our own neighborhood. And like basically there's no backup either. So like, I'm like, what if we can't get a table? And I'm like doing the math. I'm like, we're going to be able to get a table. Like, unless there's something we're not taking into account that maybe like this place has friends of the place, they get the tables first and there's only a couple tables. Therefore we won't get a table. So like if we had to wait longer than the line, it would have been bad. So my friend was also like, you think we could grab a coffee? And I'm like, yeah, there's like a million coffee places. So I'm like, we're going to go grab a coffee. We'll be back. So the girls wait in line, me and him go. And we try like 3 different coffee places. They're all closed. And then I'm like, well, there's also Starbucks. He's like, I don't want to. So then we end up not getting coffee because there was nowhere to get it.
Oof.
So now, yeah, we're just like striking out after strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. But we ended up getting in at the table, but it was like very uncomfortable. It like felt the way I felt when I like plan a date and I don't plan it well enough. If like the date started, we're doing this, and then there's the opportunity to do more stuff, but you haven't thought that far and you just seem like a loser. So like, I don't know, it tapped into something that I hate, the idea of like hosting people and being unprepared.
Yeah. Did a Hill Dog feel the same way?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it was like fine. But maybe this is more of like a guy thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't thought too much about that until you pointed it out, feeling like a bad host. If you feel unprepared, I don't think anyone notices it except yourself.
Right. Unless you're doing a real, like if you
Unless
have
you're doing
that,
horrible.
if you have that muscle, chances are you've prepared better than the minimum acceptable amount. But I have been in situations where people are just like insanely terrible hosts. And I'm like, and also, you know, and on a reverse, like, you know, as a guy, you're typically the one planning the date. I mean, it doesn't have to be like that, but so I would hate a situation where I wasn't on top of that. You know what I mean? Or like you go to a place that you can't get in, or you get a bad table, or I don't even care about the table thing, but anything that just makes you look like you don't have your shit together is just not a good look.
Waiting in line.
You want to be in control. Waiting in line in theory is not great, but like this restaurant doesn't do reservations. So like you have to. So it's kind of fine, but like the one wait in line place, we thought we had the system figured out. Apparently we didn't. If we were to have gone to the next place where that's the case and dropped the ball there again somehow, that would have just been really bad.
Yeah.
Why don't we'll just go here? Like, not ideal.
Not ideal.
It's just not fucking ideal, dude. I don't know.
I feel like waiting in line is like top 3 least favorite things for you.
It's just not great, bro. Like if you're hosting people, do you want to wait in line?
No.
You have to wait in line.
I don't think that's that, but like it's probably the place that's it's worth it.
Yeah.
Could be.
No, it is. This is a good place. This is like a place. So that's good. You know what I mean? And we got lucky because if it had not been right before it opened, I think knowing that I had to get lucky for it to work out bothered me because we didn't really have a backup plan. And this place as the backup plan is not a good backup plan because it's a place where you go, you put your name in and like you just might never get a table or it might be 9:30, even right when it's opened. So like we got lucky that it was right before it was opening.
Yeah.
We would have been screwed.
You guys have a good time once you got in?
It was great.
Great.
Solid, food was solid. Everyone was happy, I think. Like, whatever.
Yeah. I envision hell for you. In my mind, if I could paint hell, it would be you waiting in a massively long line. Like this is in hell. This is what your hell would be like. A massively long line to get a drink or to get a dentist appointment, to do whatever you want to do. And then there's another line right across from you. You have full view of it. And the line is really short. It's barely even a line. And every single person that goes up there to get what they want is someone that you hate.
That's not great.
That sounds horrible.
Not great. Especially if the other people know those people and now think they're better than me.
Yes, pointing.
I told this story once on the pod a long time ago, but I think it was long enough ago that maybe you guys wouldn't remember it. I remember one time I was meeting a girl at a place, and it was like a place. So like nightclub, it was like during that era, like bottle service era. Like, you know, if you're going to go to a spa, you like had to know a person, whatever. So anyway, like this person was like, I'm going to this place. Like, do you want to meet me there? I was like, sure. So I go and like, I know a couple, like I get there and for whatever reason, I like hadn't, maybe I was trying to go with another group and it wasn't working out. So like I try to get in and it like doesn't work out. So I like can't get in. And I'm like texting him, trying to figure it out. And like my friends, I watched them go in. I was like, can you like ask your guy if he can? And they're like, yeah, just like hang around. Like hopefully it'll. So then the person who I'm supposed to meet arrives. And I now am embarrassed that I couldn't get in. So I act like I was leaving. I'm like, yeah, I was just in there. Like it sucked. And she was like, really? I'm like, yeah, it sucked. And then I just hear over my shoulder, yo, gee, like, I don't think we can get you in, dude. Sorry. So she like fully heard that. I know. How bad is that?
What the?
I don't remember anything else. I blacked out.
Oh, Giulio.
I know. Not good.
Oh.
Not good.
Oh.
I know.
I'm sorry. Thank you for
bad.
sharing that. I know it's tough.
bad.
Oh, that's horrible, dude.
I know.
And you're just trying to live your life.
Trying to
And
live my
of course,
life.
you get picked out.
Sorry, dude. You can't come in. No, it's not going to work out.
Sucks in there.
It's not going to work out. I hate to see it.
That makes me hurt.
I know.
I bet it hurts you more, dude.
And I still think about that every once in a while, and I'm embarrassed about it, which I try not to do. I try to let my past failures just go,
Let them go.
not harp on them.
Yeah.
I have another one. This is another embarrassing one. Okay. I was staying at somebody's house, like a friend's house. I was by myself. And this is a place where like I basically lived there. This is like, remember I've told you I like lived with people, whatever. They had like a summer house and they were gone for the week. And they have like an area of the house that's like not the actual house. It's like outdoors and it's like really nice. And it's really well suited for like people coming over.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, do you guys want to like come? So we were all at dinner. I'm like, do you guys want, probably 6 or 7 people. I'm like, do you guys want to come over after? And so I'm like, they're like, yeah, sure. Well, yeah. And they like come over and like we get there and there's like no alcohol. So then I like don't know what to do. So then I like make like a punch or something. And like nobody wanted it. And it was just like so weird. It was like obviously not my house. I obviously didn't have the thing set up. Like nobody wanted the punch.
Was there alcohol in the punch?
Yes.
Miscellaneous alcohol?
Kind of. And like it wasn't a just like a la carte situation. I mean, I guess it's not that bad because like what were you gonna do? But bro, it was just like embarrassing. It was embarrassing. It's like this guy, we're like, this is like, what is this house? Like,
Oh, Giulio, what would you guys like? I'll just have a beer. Well, I can make us punch. I can make us punch, no problem. I'll just take a beer. Punch.
there's one there's a person who, the person whose idea the punch was, it was like a great last resort because there was nothing else to do. And she would laugh if I brought this up, but she would laugh in a way that I'm not willing to be there for because it would be like at my expense.
Yeah.
And I'm not over it enough yet. It was too embarrassing.
Mm.
I don't have the last laugh yet.
Oh, no.
It's not good. It's not good. It's not good.
No.
Not good.
Oh, no.
I know. It's really embarrassing, dude.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Deep into adulthood. Like these people were all like adults at this point. And like I wasn't quite there yet. But I was like, oh, I have this to offer. Like they can come over. It'll be great. And then alas, no bueno, Lynch.
Oh,
No bueno.
no bueno. Hate to see it.
You do. Whatever.
I hope you get the last laugh.
I appreciate it. Have you started getting any immunizations yet? What's the deal?
Going tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah, tomorrow getting a couple shots.
What place did you end up using?
We're going to CVS Minute Clinic for a handful of them.
Nice. And there's some that are not on there that you
There's some that are not on there that we have to go to like a center.
like
So,
yellow fever.
yeah. So
Let me
I'll
know where you go.
I'll keep you posted. I think did I send you the Google sheet?
You did, yeah.
I'll fill in where we go on it
Oh, sweet.
and just make it easier.
Okay.
So just check it. I'll update it as we go. I think we have a place tomorrow that we're going to, and then I think Friday morning we're going somewhere else. So hopefully that checks off maybe 2 of 3 trips that we have to make.
Sweet.
I'll let you know which ones we do, and if they tell us that any are redundant or unnecessary, check the etc. tab on the doc.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
You got
excellent.
it.
All good stuff, Lynch. All right. Well, anyway, come check out me and Lynch at Laugh Boston. I think that show should be selling pretty good. Try to get some tickets while you can.
Week from today.
What's that?
A week from today.
Week from today. The 12th of June. Laugh Boston, 7 p.m. Going to be a great one. Come on down. Danny Palmer's going to be on the show too. 20th and 21st, I'm at the Lab at Zany's in Nashville. Should also be a good one. 17th to the 19th of July, I'm at the Comedy Club at Duckworth's in Charlotte. Then August 21st, New York City, 2 shows at the Stand. 26th, 27th of September, St. Pete, Florida at Coastal Creative, and Riot Comedy Club in Houston, November 7th. I'm trying to add an LA show in November as well. Maybe a couple others here and there. So keep your eyes peeled for those. Join the Patreon. Check out the Alaska video. Please engage with it. We're trying to make this pop off. And at Not Julio on Instagram. Lynch, what's up?
Ron is really polite. Check out link in my bio for the next Steam Room Etiquette improv show. Check out the Instagram there. Please give it a follow for any updates on shows. June 25th. That's a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. We have a show. Very excited about that. Contingent on me getting my shirt back. But even if I don't get my shirt back, it's a great show. I better get my shirt back. Get tickets there. They sell fast. First two shows sold out. And if you've never been to an improv show, this is a great taste of what that's all about. It's different. It's fun. And really talented people on the stage that I get to be with. So happy about that. And then if you've listened this far, comment below the name of the actor who plays the father in Beautiful Boy.